Hey guys, it's Lizzie. Today I'm going to address why I stopped posting on YouTube. I'm now back to posting weekly, but in 2023 around September, I stopped posting weekly on YouTube, and then throughout 2023 and most of 2024, I was kind of inconsistently posting a few times, but not at all back to where I was. And then I also want to talk about going back to 2021 because my uploading changed a lot around 2021. Before that, I think I was posting twice a week. And then before that, 3 times a week. I've been working 100-hour weeks since 2017. I'm gonna talk more about that. But first, I'm gonna talk about what happened in 2023. I got pregnant in August of 2023. I had an extremely difficult pregnancy, and I've talked to so many women who have been pregnant and learned so much about it online. And by chance, I just had a really difficult pregnancy. I was nauseous constantly every moment. I threw up every day for the beginning part of my pregnancy, sometimes multiple times a day. I wasn't able to eat that much, and I also dealt with a debilitating exhaustion, which was separate from not being able to eat that much. And it was similar to being in a severe depression episode. Like, it was so hard to get out of bed. I did no cleaning for a few months. I did not wear makeup ever. I barely showered. I would wear the same clothes multiple days in a row. It was seriously like being in severe depression. I just was so sick that I was not able to work full time. I put priority in my in-person part-time Catholic job just because I'm getting paid by people there and working, and I felt like if I was going to pick one, I would work my in-person jobs and just not do YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or anything. So that's what I ended up doing. But if those jobs were not part-time but it was full-time, I would have had to step back and just could not work. I would say I was bedridden for some of my pregnancy because when I laid flat in bed, I still had constant nausea, but I was less likely to throw up than if I sat up or stood up or was walking around. And I tried to just lay in bed as much as possible. So my pregnancy sickness is why I stopped uploading. And it's really sad because looking back through my YouTube videos, that year I was posting every single week. I'd finally gotten back to a rhythm on YouTube of posting consistently, and then I was just so sick that I couldn't do it. The first day of second trimester, I got a lot of energy back, and so I was able to post more on Instagram and TikTok, and I really enjoyed the short form content so much in the past few years. And then in 2024, I was not posting on YouTube as much because my baby was here and I wanted to spend as much time with my baby as possible, and I still made a lot of reels and TikToks because early on my baby slept a lot, and so I was able to get a lot of work done while she was breastfeeding and eating. And now she actually is a lot more active during the day and wants a lot of individual attention, and I have to entertain her. So lately it's actually more difficult to work while I'm with her, but my husband can watch her when I work. Although the last YouTube video I filmed, which was actually on breastfeeding, I had to breastfeed her and hold her in the video because she wouldn't stop crying even though my husband had her. And usually my baby's actually in the room when I've been filming YouTube videos. I'll put her in her playpen and she'll like be independent playing while I'm filming, and that happens a lot when I film as well, if I'm gonna film a reel or TikTok real quick. Now I'll talk more about what happened in 2021. I remember in 2021, I didn't know what was going on. I went into an artistic burnout, and at the time I didn't know really what I was experiencing. I thought, oh, I have just made like 800 videos. I'm kind of getting sick of YouTube. I don't know what to make videos about. I feel like I'm running out of content. That's what I said a lot to people. I was like, I'm running out of content. I've made so many videos. Like, what else is there to make a video about? But looking back at that time, I think there were a few other things going on. I've been working 100-hour weeks since 2017. I think the creative burnout should have happened way earlier than 2021. Of course, I was so passionate about the content, but working that much without breaks, even on vacations, on major holidays, I was still working. For so long, my YouTube videos were written out word for word, and it was 20 or 30-minute videos written out word for word. And so then filming, I had to say each line. I would like look down, say the line, oh, I messed up, I have to say it again. It just took so long because it was written word for word, whereas this video, I had kind of a plan in my head going into it, but it's not scripted. My last video I filmed had bullet points, and so going back to more simplistic videos is a lot easier to manage. 2020 was also an intense time for me. Maybe I was slightly manic or something, but I took on a lot of other tasks. I was doing subscriber Bible studies along with my in-person job, which was not in person. It was on Zoom for a long time. And then towards the end of 2020, I was writing my book, and I was uploading, I think, twice a week while also writing my book every day. But working that much without breaks, that cannot last. Eventually, you're going to go into a burnout. And for me, I was able to do that for so many years. I thought I was fine. But I think eventually when we combine that with the grief happening in my life, also writing my book, multiple weekly Bible studies with subscribers, live streaming all the time, all of that stuff together just made me burn out. And I think adding on my book and all the editing that went into it, it was just so much work. And I ended up never releasing my book, and I don't think I ever will, just because I talked so much about my family in it. I think it was my mom getting cancer that I decided I don't want to talk about personal experiences with my family. I don't know if I would ever be able to come out with a book and not talk about them. It's possible, but I feel like a huge part of my conversion journey is my experience with my family, of course, because they are such strong Christians. I love my family so much. That's why my mom dying hurt so much, because I know so many people who tell me they don't like their parents that much. They don't call them that often. They're just not that close. They feel like their personalities don't vibe with their parents. And for me, it was not like that at all. I call my parents every single week ever since I left for college, and I always stayed really close to them. I visited several times a year, and so it's really hard being so close to someone and then seeing everyone around you who takes their parents for granted, or they have a bad relationship with their parents, and sometimes, of course, it's the parents' fault. And so that was so hard for me to process emotionally, because I'm like, why do I lose one of my parents when I'm actually close to both of my parents? One of the things is that my mom had recently been diagnosed with cancer, and I didn't feel comfortable talking about it online at the time. But my experience with my mom going through chemotherapy treatments with her cancer is that my emotions were constantly getting played with, it felt like, by the treatments, because she would do a chemo treatment and the cancer would be gone, and it was exciting and we were happy, and then it would come back, and then she did more chemo treatments and then it was gone, and then it came back. I developed actually a lot of anxiety on the time, and that's why I had to add on another bipolar medication, because it was hard to function normally. And I think the reason that affected me so much is because I'm so young. I never expected to lose a parent in my 20s. I see people who are decades older than me who both of their parents are still alive. And the way my mom died, she never got mad at God despite being in so much pain. From the beginning of her cancer, she had so much pain. And especially at the end, despite all the modern pain meds, I think because my mom never got mad at God, I never got mad at him when she died. The greatest gift she gave me as she was dying, the way she was close to God through all of it and loved him and didn't question him in any way and didn't get mad. I really struggle with the problem of evil sometimes, and it's hard to believe in God when you're looking in a lot of evil and a lot of pain. That was honestly so beautiful, the way she lived out her faith until the end. And then obviously seeing my dad live through all of this has been really hard. They were married for over 30 years, and so just knowing that my dad is going through it so much harder than me was just so sad, because I love him so much. A lot was going on going into 2021, and I think all of it together just made me creatively freeze. and I didn't even know what was happening at the time, and I didn't know when I would be back on YouTube. I knew that I was not over with it permanently because I just could never see myself quitting YouTube just because my channel has evolved so much, and I think that's one of the reasons that I've been doing it for 15 years. This summer it will be 15 years. And the reason I've been able to keep it up for so long is because I change my channel theme every few years. And that's why I haven't gotten bored of it. If I made the same content since I was 15 to now, I would be so over it. But I let it change, and because I changed the theme, my views go down because people, when they subscribe, are wanting one type of video, and so I've prioritized being able to keep making content over views, which I really, really love that I am able to make content that I'm happy about. So I guess that's an important thing to know. Like, if I am uploading videos, I'm really happy about the content because I don't rely solely on YouTube for income anymore because I have other jobs. And so me making YouTube videos, it's not about money, it's about being passionate about something. And in the future, I might switch back to doing social media full time just because I've really enjoyed TikTok and Reels, and my Reels get a lot of views, and so I know combining that with YouTube, the income could be substantial enough that it could work really well for my family. And right now, I have jobs that I'm able to take my baby to. I know my baby is so young right now, she's still under a year, but I just could not imagine putting her in daycare. Like, I want to be with her every single day throughout the day. And of course, I take time away from her when my husband has her to do things like filming YouTube videos and filming Reels and writing video scripts and preparing for my in-person jobs and everything. But I just think it's unlikely to find jobs like this whenever we move. And so we talked about how I'm probably going to go back to doing only content creation again. One of the things I've done to steamroll the process and make it take less time is I've stopped putting background music in my videos, which took so long. I don't know how I did that for so long. I guess I was working like 100-hour weeks. So now I have a lot less time to make videos because I want to spend as much time as possible with my baby. And so that's one of the ways I've gotten around it. I should have probably made this video back in 2021 or in 2023, but I'm happy that I am finally making it and explaining what's going on. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube now that TikTok is probably going away. It's good that I can put my creative focus into another app, and I have been uploading my YouTube shorts as well. I downloaded all of my TikToks manually. I tried to do it another way and I couldn't figure it out. So I've been posting 2 or 3 short form YouTube shorts every day that are from TikTok and Instagram. So I'm really excited to be bringing that side to YouTube, and it's actually really cool because when you upload a YouTube short, you can like link another video at the bottom. And because I have, I think, almost 800 YouTube videos, and I have them on all these specific theology topics and bipolar topics, I'm able to have the YouTube short go to a full-length YouTube video on the topic, which is really cool if people are wanting to go deeper on that topic. I also want to start live streaming again soon, so I might start with once a month and then go maybe every 2 weeks or every week. Live streaming was so much fun. Obviously, it took a lot out of me because I would stream for like 2 hours or more, but it was so much fun, and I think I will go back to doing that at some point. I love you guys so much, and I will see you a week from now in my next video. Bye!